On Huskers Illustrated Radio, presented by the Nebraska Lottery. More defense to talk about with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Linebacker, the senior from Humboldt, Iowa, the pride of Humboldt High School. Tyler Nielson with us. Tyler, great to see you. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. It's good to be in Chicago. I haven't been here very often, but it's always a pleasure to be in town.
Before we talk football and defense, tell me about Humboldt, Iowa. I have a brother that just moved to Ankeny.
So, oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an uncle that lives in Ankeny, but no, Humboldt is, I don't know, it's about an hour, 2 hours north of Ankeny, and western side of the state. A lot of Husker flags, a lot of Iowa State flags, and, definitely people in the region are definitely excited for the new rivalry.
So, how did you end up at Iowa? I know you're from Iowa, obviously. You said you're in Hawkeye Husker country.
Yeah.
What stuck out about Iowa?
I just really liked the coaching staff there. I felt they were truthful people, and they'd always competed well. And, I wanted to have a chance to, compete in every Big Ten game, and especially the Big Ten. It's one of the best conferences, and, I wanted to play at the highest level, so I felt like it was an easy choice.
Can you put into words the mystique of the Big Ten? Because Nebraska fans are excited to be in the Big Ten. They're excited to be away from Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But what do they need to realize or recognize? What are they going to learn about the Big Ten here in year one?
I don't know what they learn. It's kind of hard to put into words the mystique, but just the thing that I'd say about the Big Ten is that every game is going to be competitive. There's no rollover teams. Everybody's going to come out there, and it's going to be physical every game, and every game they're going to give you their best shot.
So what do you have coming back defensively for Iowa this season?
Yeah, we'll obviously you just talked to Mike Daniels. It's good to have a guy like that up in front of you as a linebacker.
he's your defensive line guy, and he's very well spoken, but he might hurt you if you make him angry.
Yeah, he's a pretty scary looking dude. But he's one of those guys you want to have in your team. We got him coming back, and up front, Broderick Benz coming back, and he's played quite a bit. And then we got some guys that are going to fill in for the defensive linemen that moved down to the NFL. And then obviously Sean Prater's been great the last couple of years. Nebraska kid, Omaha kid. I know he's excited for the rivalry, and he'll be leading secondary. Then linebackers, I'm obviously the oldest guy coming back, but we've also got Bruce Davis, who started a couple of games at the beginning of the year that ended his season with a knee injury, and then we got a bunch of other younger guys like James Morris who stepped in and did a good job last year, and then Chris Kirksey and a bunch of other guys that stepped in with all the injuries we had at linebacker last year. So, we're just looking for a competitive camp, and hopefully everybody improves and is ready to go when that first game comes.
Senior linebacker Tyler Nielson with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio, and one of the leaders on this Hawkeye defense. The day after Thanksgiving, rivalry set to go tomorrow morning. The name of the trophy will be unveiled. You know the name?
I do not know the name.
He's playing poker face with me right now, I believe. That's okay. It's going to be special for you, for a guy like Prater.
Yeah.
What do you think of Nebraska football? When from afar you've seen them, you've been state neighbors, and now they're in your conference. Now they're each other's roadblock per se to get to the conference title game. You got other great teams in your division. I'm not overlooking them, but a lot of times this thing could decide who goes on to play for the championship.
Yeah, and that's the way we want it. I mean, hopefully at the end of the season when it comes, the Friday after Thanksgiving, hopefully both teams are, set to be headed towards maybe the Big Ten championship game, and hopefully it's a big game for us. And we're really looking forward to it. It's exciting, and like I said, there's a lot of Nebraska flags flying in Iowa, so we know there's a huge Nebraska Cornhusker fan base all over the country. Similar as the Hawkeyes got a big fan base, but there's definitely a big Nebraska fan base, and we're looking forward to starting it off.
No, it'll be outstanding, and Nebraska fans are really excited about it. From a conditioning standpoint, there was some news that happened in the off-season about some of your teammates that were hospitalized due to over-conditioning. I mean, the full details not completely out there. What's your take on that? Is it a player's responsibility to kind of know when to shut it down, or how has that been rectified, I guess?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. What came out in the report was, it's just something that happens. There's nothing really anybody could have done. And it was a workout we had done before. It was designed to be hard. It was hard.
What was it? And, can you go into detail what the workout was?
I'm not going to get into detail about that, but, it's just something, some guys didn't recover very well from it, and it's unfortunate, but, they're all healthy now, and we've moved on, so that's where we're at.
All right, quarterback question. Who's going to be your starter? Who do you think will be your starter? And are you guys going to have a a season where Iowa fans don't have to buy heart medicine, because the last 2 years it's been fourth quarter finishes, and then you guys have been close to finishing some games. You've had good seasons, great records, and you've had outstanding runs, but it's been
some
all or nothing
fanatics.
All or nothing for you. Who's going to be your leader at quarterback?
There's always competition, but a couple of years ago, James Vandenberg stepped in and did a great job. He played against Ohio State, and that was basically the Big Ten championship game right there. And he stepped in, did a good job. He was just a redshirt freshman at the time, and now he's grown up. He's got a little bit bigger. He's not the skinny punk he was when he came in as a freshman. But no, that's kind of the mindset he's got. He's a confident kid, and he's a gunslinger. He can throw the ball around pretty good, and everybody's got confidence in him.
Tyler Nielson with us here, Huskers Illustrated Radio. Tyler, thanks for your time, my man. Best of luck on Huskers Illustrated.